fit men versus fat men. A lot of clips are starting to come out. You might have seen it on YouTube or any of the other social medias. I just want to say and address why I won't be sharing any clips from that at all. When I was invited on the show and they said, we want you to be on Jacked versus Fat, that was the original title. I remember my first question was, I was unaware the two sides had any problems with one another. But I was excited to have a thoughtful and meaningful conversation where two sides can learn from one another and share in empathy and respect and learn and grow and disagree civilly. However, I was completely unaware that a certain individual had been invited to be a part of this episode. And the main reason I will not be sharing any clips from this show is because I do not wish to name or further platform such a truly horrible individual. The cast was unaware of who else was in the cast until the moment we had filmed, and I know myself and several...
Yeah, bro, they couldn't find another fit guy to represent the fit. The individual that he's talking about is fucking Fresh and Fit's very own Myron, the Fed. Let's watch.
Shame is what led me to an eating disorder.
When
what we're looking for is stability.
That's your fault.
It's
See, the problem is that you're a professional victim.
Would you agree, like, looking at his physique, like, he's at a perfectly, I would say, maybe healthy...
No.
You think?
He's definitely overweight, definitely obese.
My name's John. I host the Radical Empathy podcast. I used to direct episodes of Middle Ground, but I'll now be moderating today's discussion between jacked men and fat men. Our first prompt is, I have felt disgusted looking at a fat body. Can our agreeers please step
Yeah, I agree with that. My own.
forward?
It's called hating oneself, which these fucking assholes are not going to do a good job
Whoever feels
on.
compelled to start us off.
Well, this video is going to set Jim Bro's back. It's Jover. No, dude, you can be a fucking wonderful Jim Bro who is also open-minded and kind, or you can be this fucking loser right here who I guess got a hairline replacement surgery as well as doing steroids.
Well, it's unacceptable to be fat.
Okay.
That's a great...
Like, look at him. Immediately, he's like, it's unacceptable to be fat. We get it, bro. You're trying to be fucking edgy. Ooh, so edgy. Ooh, he's so edgy. He's so edgy, dude. His disses are like a 14-year-old's. I'm actually shocked that this fucking dipshit is also on board. I thought this guy was at least a little bit more sensible. Fucking Gilbert Godfrey on fucking Anavar over here. I thought that he was a little bit more sensible. Myron isn't even jacked. No, I mean, he's in good shape. Like, come on. It doesn't fucking matter, though, because he's still a 2 because of his fucking lack of brain processing capabilities.
Start. I mean, I know why you say that.
Bro, you have said the same? Wait, what? What have I said?
But it's one of those things where, do you know why you're saying that?
Yes, because I've been fat before and I lost the weight.
Well, me too. I've been fat my whole life. I've been way skinnier than I am now, and I've been way heavier than I am now. Was I less valuable at one point in that?
Why don't you like Greg? I don't have an opinion on Greg beyond the fact that he's a funny meme, but the fact that he's over here fucking laughing at this dumb fuck, Myron, actually is like kind of shitty.
In there?
Well, I mean, you can make an argument that you're less valuable when you're fatter because you drain resources, but that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, I mean, in general, being fat is unacceptable because you control every single morsel of food that goes into your mouth.
Okay.
It shows a lack of discipline, it shows a lack of character, it shows a lack of temperance, and when you're fat, it's an outward manifestation of your inadequacies.
When I see somebody who's 500 or 600 pounds, all I can think of is, why do they care so little about their health that they can do this, allow themselves to gain?
The funniest thing is, like, Greg Douchey literally spends most of his fucking time shitting on people who look like him that do an unimaginable amount of steroids and then fucking die at like 27. Okay? The idea that you can be a fucking gearhead and simultaneously shit on people who are super fat is so funny. It's like, bro, At least they got there by eating delicious treats. You got to this fucking peak physical form, and you're still gonna die before the fat guy dies. And he got to eat the treats. Fuck you mean? I don't understand it. Why can't you be fucking normal? Be normal. It's very frustrating. And I say this as a man who struggled with weight his entire fucking life, okay? By the way, fuck you mean, just like Gunna, used to be very overweight. I was obese. I was 320 pounds. I was sad and I was miserable. Then I lost all of that weight, cut so much, got all the way down to 220, had a six-pack, only person in my family who was able to do that without medical intervention, and only person in my family who subsequently kept the weight off. Then I gained it all back during COVID. I lost all my muscle mass, I atrophied, and I replaced it with fat. And I did it over the course of 2 years. And I was unimaginably depressed in the process. And since August 2021, where I said, oh my God, I got to fucking change this. What have I done to myself? I'm so depressed. I've been working out nonstop. I've been injured in the process many, many times over. I'm finally back to 240 pounds. I feel amazing. Okay. And it's great. And it was a incredibly difficult process, which is why I always have so much respect for those who have gone through that, because I know how fucking difficult that shit is. Okay? But having said that, being fat my whole life, being obese my whole life, coming from a family of obese people, I know that fat shaming does not help. It just doesn't. And there's enough empirical evidence to show that it doesn't. It actually has the exact opposite. Gives people eating disorders. Makes people way fatter. Okay? As I've said time and time again, you think fat people don't know they're fat? Of course they know they're fat, dumbass. They literally carry that everywhere, okay? It's a double entendre. Fat people know that they're fat from the moment that they wake up, okay? From the moment that they get out of bed. They're very well aware of it. You don't have to constantly fucking repeat it to them. You know? Oh, man. There's never been a moment where someone goes, oh, fuck, dude. What? You're telling me I'm fucking fat? Shit. What? What? How did that happen? Dude, I had no fucking clue. I was over here thinking I'm skinny, not being able to fit into a fucking size 42 pant, dude. Thank you. I thought as a skinny guy, I was unable to fucking dress at the normal shops where people sell the fucking clothes that everyone else dresses up at, you know? Ridiculous. There's a difference between knowing something and realizing something. What kind of child are you? It does help. I lost 30 kilograms because someone called me fat. You're wrong. I mean, I don't know if you're still fat or were fat, but I can tell you conclusively that you are literally fucking brain dead. No, someone told me I was fat, so then I realized it. It's like, well, you're a dumbass, okay? Dumb fuck. Incorrect. I love that I told you that there's empirical evidence to show that fat shaming actually doesn't help, but actually hurts and makes people more depressed. And many people are literally fucking emotional eaters, myself included, as a matter of fact. And this guy's like, nah, dog. Someone told me I was fat and I lost 30 kilograms. I put a cap on that, okay? Cap. No fucking shot. You lost 60, 70 fucking pounds after one person told you were fat. So stupid. Anyway, let's continue.
Gain that much weight, knowing it's taken 20, 30, 40 years off their life. I just can't imagine not wanting to live that badly.
I understand that. No, it's I've definitely felt disgusted looking at my own body and looking at other fat bodies in my life.
Yep.
A lot of the disgust I felt looking at people was me feeling disgusted with myself.
So everyone is motivated by their haters are not real according to you. You obviously didn't play sports. Bitch, I'm motivated by my haters. There's a difference between someone fat shaming you versus you being motivated by your fucking haters.
And then projecting that feeling onto other people. And I don't think anyone on either side will disagree that health is important. I know that my own mental health was way worse when I was spending every fixate of my life trying to get smaller and trying to be thinner.
I don't think there's anyone that can look at somebody 500, 600, 700 pounds and not think, wow, what have they done? And not be discussed. Like, how can you not? I just can't understand.
You can't
nobody
assume that
thinking
everyone
that.
has the same opinion, though, because unfortunately, some people have emotional stuff that happened.
They're just gonna ignore the facts. No, the fact is that you think that that's a good enough fucking debate for the top of the hour ad break, especially because 9 minutes have passed by and I still haven't fucking served you that top of the hour ad break. But the fact is that the 3-minute ad break is coming right now, regardless of what you think is going to be a valuable debate or not in this circumstance, is stupid. Okay, I will give you the 3-minute ad break by expertly parrying what you had to say. Bro, the fresh guy on Fit and Fresh is fat. That's true. There's also that too, but whatever. There are so many people in this community who have been motivated to work out and lose a shit ton of weight and become, in their eyes, because it's different for everyone, the best version of themselves. Okay? I didn't do that because I fat shame people. I did that because I am on my own personal fitness journey and I want to inspire people to do their own, to have their own version of that. Whichever way is the, whatever they want to do. Maybe they want to lose weight, maybe they want to gain weight, okay? That is how you do it. Fat shaming, on the other hand, is demonstrably a failure as far as like making people lose weight. Dumb as fuck. Anyway. Shit pisses me off so much. Anyway. The 3-minute ad break is here, though.
Dramatic stuff that's happened, so you can't discount and just say,
Boo-hoo,
because
man.
they're fat.
Boo-hoo, man. Like, there's way worse stuff going out in the world versus
Absolutely.
people saying, oh my God, I'm sad, I'm gonna eat some ice cream. It's like, no, dude, it's like, you're fat, you made that decision, you live in the best country ever. If you live in a civilized, first world country where you have electricity, internet power, etc., you deserve to be bullied. It's ridiculous to me that we have all these fat people running around, meanwhile people
You
are being
deserve to
bombed
be
and
bullied. There you go. That's it. He sees someone being fat as like a moral failure. He's just a bully, dude. A sad, insecure bully with perhaps the worst hairline replacement I've ever seen in my entire life. My dude's shit is fucked up, bro. Oh my Lord. Oh my fucking Lord, dude. What happened? What the fuck happened, bro? Maybe we should have bullied your barber. Maybe we should have bullied whoever the fuck gave you that goddamn hairline. Oh my Lord, dude. No, that was not done by my people. Okay, the Turks will not stand for this slander. There ain't no fucking way we touch that shit. Look at that, bro. God damn. Looking like a motherfucking Lego, dude. Motherfucker's got the Lego hair. Shit looks like Keemstar's beard, bro. What the fuck? Oh my God. Oh.
You deserve to be bullied. It's ridiculous to me that we have all these fat people running around, meanwhile people are being bombed in Gaza. It's ridiculous. We are so privileged.
Yeah, dude. You're fat while people are being blown up in Gaza. What the fuck does that have to do with anything, dumbass? What does that mean? This is not a good argument. Why are these people so stupid? Oh my God, their stupidity actually offends me. Holy shit.
Privileged here in the United States and in the West in general. When I see a fat person, I'm like, wow, you got the gift of life. You got the gift of being in a developed country and you're a fat POS talking about body positivity.
Yeah, it's so weird, by the way. is so weird because it's like America, one of the richest nations on the fucking planet. I mean, the richest nation on the planet, and yet also has the highest obesity rate per capita out of all the other OECD developed nations. Perhaps that has something to do with more than just a moral failing, as you put it, dumb fuck. But of course, you're too stupid. You're too stupid to understand anything. That's why you brought up Gaza out of nowhere.
On TikTok? What the hell is going
But now
on
you're
here?
segmenting though, because not everyone thinks like that. What do you
No, we
call
need
it?
to bring
Like
shaming back.
Okay.
We need to bring shaming back in so many other regards besides obesity. We need to do it with sluts. We need to shame fat people. We need to shame everybody when they fuck up. Because shame has been one of the strongest defenses against degeneracy and human fuck ups.
Bro, if you had any shame, you would not have gotten this hair restoration, okay? You would have figured something else out. You would have either buzzed it up, or you would have gone to a better fucking hair doctor. You can't be talking about shame. Your entire life is literally speaking to mentally stunted 14-year-olds about how women are sluts because of your own personal insecurities. Fuck you mean shame? You have none of it. You fucking bozo. You have no shame. If there was shame, if you had a fucking ounce of shame in your body, you would have literally video gamed yourself, okay? A long ass time ago, you would have done the honorable thing and demanded that Fat on the podcast second you, okay? Like Toronaga-sama. You would have sat there in a fucking kimono and demanded your fat co-host second you. But you got no shame. And neither does he. Let's continue. You're too stupid to have shame, but that's besides the point.
Had a personal experience you wanted to share. You said you used to be overweight. Now you're not.
Oh yeah, so I did an experiment back in like 2015 where I like bulked for like almost 2 years and I got up to like 250 pounds and then I dieted down. It took me about 7 months. I systematically did it, controlled my calories, tracked my macros, tracked my protein, carbs, fats, and systematically lost 1 to 2 pounds per week.
So you chose to gain up to 250.
Yeah,
you
so
were
I've been on
skinny
all
beforehand.
spectrums. Like I'm naturally skinny.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna get fat as an experiment.
Yeah.
Did it, and then I was like, all right, now I'm gonna lose the weight. And then all I did was just track my calories, like the same food every single day.
Yeah.
Went to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, and everything was controlled, and it got done. Was it monotonous? Of course. Was it boring? Of course.
I agree with you there. I am naturally this way. This is with working out 4 or 5 times
That's
a week.
not true.
This is
Nah, you
100% true,
can't.
bro.
Nah, bro.
No,
Come to the gym with
it's
me.
not.
Bro said that's not true. Dude, bro he said he's naturally skinny. You have to understand that there are people who are naturally overweight, right? Like, that's insane. Now we're just arguing against, like, science, okay? Yes, there are people who can naturally remain skinny. They can work against it, as he has. And there are people who are naturally very big who can work against that as well if they choose to do so. I myself am in the second category, okay? If I don't do shit, I'm going to blow the fuck up. I can gain weight by drinking water. I'm exaggerating, but it's ridiculous to act like that's not the case, that every single person is just like automatically out of the womb, naturally fucking skinny. That's not how it works.
This is me
It's not
working out.
natural at all because at the end of the day, if you don't lose weight, by definition, you're not in a calorie deficit. If you're not in a calorie deficit, then you're gonna either maintain or gain weight. And that's the problem is that people don't track their calories.
And that's true, but people burn at their resting metabolic rate a different set of calories.
Doesn't matter.
That's true. He's absolutely right. What do you mean it doesn't matter? What do you mean it doesn't matter? Of course it fucking matters. What are you saying? Some people's resting metabolic rate is abysmally fucking shitty in comparison to yours. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? How hard the task is entirely determined on the individual, their lifestyle choices, their environment, and more importantly than all of that, their genetic predisposition. The idea that like, oh, it just doesn't matter, I did it, shut the fuck up, is just, you're denying an entire field of science for no particular reason. And the problem is, a lot of guys are just as fucking stupid. They don't do the goddamn reading. They're not intellectually curious about this stuff. So they're just be like, yeah, he's right, actually. I'm also a skinny guy naturally, so I don't really understand. It's dumb as fuck.
Let's not get too granular right now. Ragini, it's going to be one of those episodes, right? Let's bring in the disagreeers and hear from them.
Okay, so the reason I disagreed, especially when I heard the statement, I don't think I'll ever look at somebody based on their situation and think that I'm disgusted. Like, if I see...
I need my fucking hunks, dude. I need like the fucking classic roid head juice monkey that's like a good dude. Okay, please tell me this guy is that guy. Because honestly, there are so many guys like that. There are so many Jeff Nippards out there, you know what I mean? Even Mike Israetel, I feel like, is probably an infinitely nicer person. Like, it sucks. I wouldn't, dude, Bradley Martin, okay? You may have your disagreements with him. I certainly do. But like, I would say Brad is also like much more understanding of the journey that many people have gone through, especially on like weight loss or even weight gain. Bradley was also a very skinny guy in his, when he was younger. I've talked to him extensively about body dysmorphia on my podcast before. The thing is, ultimately, yeah, Bradley, Natty, the Natty legend. Okay. The thing is, it's all about your mindset. Some people are genuinely insecure and then they become gym rats and they can't shake their insecurities. And they become like giant pieces of shit who are just hateful monsters for no reason. Other people are some of the fucking kindest individuals you've ever met, especially when it comes to this issue, because they understand that every single person is on their own journey. I hate this shit. He is literally the worst version of the guy.
See somebody that's a drug addict on the street that's homeless, I'm not disgusted by that. If I see somebody that's incredibly overweight, I'm not disgusted by that. Do I think that there's an opportunity for growth? Do I think they've been put in a disadvantageous position that's probably makes it harder for them? Absolutely. I think I'm kind of an empath, so when I see somebody, I know that there's things underlying, and one of my best friends is 400 plus pounds. I've helped him lose 150, 200 pounds. He's gained it back. And I don't look at him and say, I'm disgusted, but I know how bad he wants it. And just seeing how hard he tries and then reverts, it's almost more tough for me than to be like, oh, that's disgusting, you know? And I think there's plenty of people that look at me and say, that's disgusting. I never want to look like that. So like, I know.
Don't listen to them, King. You're fucking beautiful. I respect the things you've done, pushing the boundaries of medical innovation to look like a Ninja Turtle. I'm not even being sarcastic. I really do. But it's also about attitude. Okay? It's also about attitude. I got all the smoke for the fucking Greg Douchey over here. Okay? Fat people disgust me. And then like every other week he's like, the Trent twins are dying because they're doing a cocktail of drugs. Yeah, okay. So they're unhealthy too. Greg's a classic douchebag. Yeah, I know.
Know what it feels like on the other side to like look the way I do and get people look at me like, ugh, that's gross to like have that muscle. And to go back to that point, like you came from a fit place and like deciding to bulk, like that's a conscientious decision to gain weight. Like you already have those habit routines and skills in order to stay in shape. And then you use those same skills you had to pull back on the calories and knowledge you had.
The reason why I use that example is that you can get fat and lose the weight if you know what you're doing and you have the knowledge and everything else like that. It's just about consistency over time. So it's like, I look at it like...
let me cut you off because here's one thing that you just said.
Yeah.
You have the tools. So there's people that don't have the tools that you've passed judgment on, and you have failed to realize that with the tools, people are very much capable of achieving amazing.
Tevin is fucking swagged out, by the way. Like monstrous levels of swag. Just gonna point that out, irrelevant to the conversation, but goddamn.
Things. But
okay, let's talk about set
no,
tools.
hold on, I'm not done.
Why you cut me off
I'm
before,
not done.
remember?
And I stood over there and I listened to you, and I was like, it's a ton of bullshit too.
Oh, sure.
But we're gonna address this, right?
Yeah.
You are passing judgment on people who lack the tools to do what it is that they need to do to get themselves to a certain point of health. There are multitudes of factors that weighs into what goes on with somebody's body. There are people that, even if they work out, losing the weight does not come as simple as just going to the gym, cutting calories, watching everything that you eat. There are some people that have
Motherfucker's tweaking, dude. Jesus.
a disposition. I have a disposition. But does that mean that I'm not active? Does that mean that I'm not doing certain things? No, it doesn't. But you're passing judgment on somebody's body that you know nothing about. Now, on the flip side, what if I turned around and I did the same thing to you? You're talking about how fit and stuff that you are, but you're over there and you're smallest compared to these other guys.
Yeah.
So
Oh, fucking get his ass. Oh my God. He said you're the smallest compared to these other guys. He's right. Get his ass. He's bitch made. He's frail. He's a frail boy. He's tiny. He's frail.
how does that feel if someone comes? No, because you said
I know,
shame,
but
right?
that's a little.
You said shame, right?
Yeah.
So how does that feel if someone comes up and they start shaming you for size? Like, come on, it goes both ways.
We're just in the first
So,
prompt. We got to be
here's the
careful
thing.
about targeting each other to.
Oh, now we can't be targeting each other. This motherfucker on the left literally said, fat pieces of shit are disgusting to me. And also, I hate sluts. And you didn't have that smoke. But when my King Tevin comes in correct, okay, all of a sudden, now, white boy has to step in and be like, listen now, all right. Come on, dude. Why is this moderator saving Myron so much? I mean, why is he there? He's a cloutless fucking monstrous piece of shit. Literal anti-Semite. Like, why the fuck is this dude there? What, they didn't have a single other fucking podcast host that's like shredded that could have done this? Really? Like, y'all did not have to put him on this, okay? Because Jubilee wanted clicks, except he doesn't really bring the clicks. He's controversial, sure, but it's not like he's the reason why this video popped off. You put Jeff Nippert in there, that video gets way more clicks, okay?
Directly. You
No, I
definitely.
mean, I'm not offended. It's fine. He's
it
emotional.
Would you have done it? I don't really have a lot of time to do stuff like this, but I probably would have done this. This is a cool little segment. Like,
It
And that's
goes in
fine.
every direction.
He's obviously very triggered.
Oh,
But
I'm
yeah,
not
so let's talk
triggered.
about, let's hit the first part, tools. What are the tools? The tools are simply knowledge, which you can get for free on the internet. If you have the ability and the discipline to go out there and get the knowledge, then you're gonna lose weight. It's just that simple. It's just that people want to always make excuses for why, oh, my feelings, oh, I don't know what, you don't know what people are going through, blah, blah, blah. No, you can watch your calories, you can go to the gym, you have time to do it. People just like to make excuses.
I don't think anyone's debating that weight loss is impossible here. I think the question is, why do you hate fat people, that you feel the disgust towards it?
Well, like I said before, it's a culmination of a bunch of bad decisions. I'm not going to go ahead and give the same level of respect to someone who's a fat ass to someone that has worked really hard and diligently on their physique, because your body's outward manifestations
There's
of
more
your decisions,
factors to a
your
human
consistency.
being than their body.
Well, you could judge a lot just off of someone's physique. You'd be like, okay, well, this guy is lazy, and that's personified through their physique. It's the truth.
Abe, I thought you.
that's ridiculous, bro. That is ridiculous. The idea that, like, just because someone is fat, that must mean they're lazy is insane, okay? Like, you know how many fucking fat people exist in America that work like 3 goddamn jobs? The fuck do you mean lazy? Half the time, people don't have time to take to themselves. Not every single person has a fucking shitty ass podcast that they get to shoot like once a week, where they bring on girls from sugar baby websites and fucking berate them for an hour, as like every rabid incel Nazi is giving $25 donations to you to be like, yeah, fuck that slut. You're right. You're my king. Not everybody has that opportunity and the free time that comes along with that, okay? Half the time, people are fucking overweight because they don't have time to themselves, okay? Except for Fed and Fat's co-host, who also is like kind of overweight himself. So I don't know how the fuck he's not fat shaming. I guess fat shaming isn't working. It's kind of the opposite of how you automatically give respect to jack dudes, even though they're chuds. No, the reason why I give respect to jack dudes and I don't disrespect fat dudes, okay? But the reason why I give respect to jack dudes is because I know how hard that shit is. So obviously, especially if a dude is like this level, like these two fucking douches. Well, not this guy. This guy is kind of a king, but Greg douche. And the other one is because I know how hard that shit is to maintain. Okay? That doesn't come easy, especially at Greg's old age. Oh my God. That shit's not easy at all. It's very hard to get to that level. So I do have a lot of respect for people that are able to reach that physique. But that doesn't mean I'm going to shit on fat people. He's got nothing better to do.
So you wanted to say something.
Just to take it back to the prompt, I think we just kind of went all over the place there.
Yeah. We're still focusing on the word disgust.
Just the word disgust. I mean, I would never look at someone and show disgust towards them. I mean, I think I would respect, like you said. I mean, you don't respect everyone, like you said, but I think...
Respect is earned.
I mean, it is earned, but I mean, I think at a humane level, we can learn to appreciate each other's differences.
Yeah, I don't know if like disgust would be the right word, right?
I know.
Greg mentioned some health implications with being overweight or obese.
Yeah.
I think being concerned might be a better.
That's the word I was going to go
better
for.
word.
Like I can show concern for someone for the way that they are, but I would never look at someone and say like, you're disgusting.
But is it any
Like,
different than if you see somebody who's extremely anorexic, they're 50 pounds, you look at
What
them
is
and
this,
you're in
bro?
shock.
What is
Oh my
this?
God, like something happens in your body you can't control. You can't stop that. Like
could
how
be a-
can
there
you
could be a
not?
shock
It's not, I don't
factor,
hate
but
them.
that's different
It's just,
from-
wow, oh my God, it's like, it's disgusting. Like, holy goodness
But
gracious.
why
That's a
would
shock
you
factor,
use
though.
the word
That's not
disgusting,
not
right?
disgusting.
So you just mentioned the polar opposite of what we are, right? But why would you look at them and be disgusted versus concerned? That is a very specific word, and it has very specific connotations behind it. And when it's used, it's somewhat weaponized as well.
I don't think we can help how we feel. I don't think I can choose like, oh, I just am not. It would be sitting here and lying. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm always going to be honest with people. I'm disgusted. This is just how I feel.
The thing is, when you see a fat person, the reason why it's disgusting and the reason why there's so much pushback on this whole body positivity and people make fun of Lizzo, rightfully so, by the way, is because it's unattractive, it's unhealthy. Until we had this woke era, they used to put like models and attractive people on the cover of magazines that were in shape. Why? So that people can aspire to look like that. And it's healthy and it looks better in general. You look good, feel good. But when you're fat, it says a lot about you. People aren't going to sit there and be like, let me see if he's a good person. No, they're just going to assume that you're lazy, which you are, by the way, when you're fat, and you don't have discipline, which you are, by the way. So they're just going to assume off of what they see. That's the world that we live in.
I love how you stated a shit ton of assumptions. You didn't state not one fact. You just stated assumptions.
I want to move.
King, he's right. It's just like the thing I can't stand is the insecurity that comes from people like him, right? People like Andrew Tate, for example, that are so deep down inside, so unimaginably insecure that they have basically created a persona of themselves that they aspire to be. Like it is, all of that is just pure projection. It comes from fragility. It comes from insecurity. It's just a defense mechanism for them. And a lot of people are insecure. And instead of seeking a healthy option, instead of trying to overcome said insecurities that basically come from internal conflict, from life experiences and whatnot, instead of trying to identify and address some of those insecurities, instead of like living alone with themselves inside of their own minds, they end up taking this incredibly defensive posture, and I hate it. I hate it as the type of person who was also very fragile and very insecure growing up. I hate that. I can't stand it. That's why a lot of people online mistake my emotional moments or my honesty for insecurity. They don't realize that like that comes from a place of being confident. I'm confident enough in myself. I'm confident enough in my sexuality. I'm confident enough in my own skin that I don't mind sharing certain aspects of my life with you. I don't have to constantly put on a front. I don't have to constantly be like, yeah, I'm such an alpha male. I'm such a tough guy. It's okay to be vulnerable from time to time. Only insecure losers, and unfortunately there are many of them, but only insecure fucking losers are the ones who act like they have this like perfectly fabricated, perfectly crafted persona. Okay? It sucks.
Move on to the next prompt, but we're
Can
definitely.
I say one thing? Just one question. Like, let's say you knew he used to be 600 pounds, and how much you weigh now?
I'm 384.
And now he's 384. Do you see him as less disgusting knowing he's lost 220 pounds?
No, that's fantastic.
I
but
think yes,
there's still
less.
work to be done. But here's the thing, like I said before, unfortunately, human beings judge a book by its cover. It's just the world that we live in. Fat people.
Put a dildo in your rectum then? Yeah, I'll take it out of your dad's ass where I left it last night. Dumb fuck. What do you mean put a dildo in your rectum then? What is this? What is this fucking, what is this attitude? What is this statement? Like, you think you did something here?
People that, you know,
I said I'm secure in my sexuality. That doesn't mean I like putting a dildo in my ass, like, which there's nothing wrong with, mind you. Okay, bottoms rights all day, every day.
identifies 97 genders, whatever.
Fucking
they expect
losers,
us to
man.
change our worldview for them, and that's just not how the world works. Like,
Why-
it's
why
been that
don't you
way.
wanna
It's always going to
change
be
your
that way.
worldview? That's
All right,
I think what I don't get.
we
It's just the world that we're
reset.
in. Like, people are gonna, yeah.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, my bad.
Now let's reset. Jacked men are more attractive than fat men. Will the agreeers please step forward?
How come there's 4 guys over there? All right, so we're living in a bizarre world where people don't see the truth. Like, how is it possible that they're thinking, no, being obese and unhealthy is more attractive than being fit and healthy? How is this?
Jacked men are more attractive than fat men is such a funny fucking question. And they're so mad. And they don't understand that, like, yeah, of course the dudes on the other side who are fat are not going to feel that way because beauty is a subjective concept. And considering that all 4 of those dudes are probably have been throughout their life in decent relationships, whereas at least one of those guys I know on that fucking, on the Jack side has never been in one, tells a lot. It's not the end all be all. Okay. The way you look is only going to carry you so far.
How is this possible?
Actually, you know what? This is precisely why a majority of women find a majority of men as unattractive. Because a lot of guys think this way. Oh, I just be a nice guy and girls are going to like me. No, they're not. She's not going to suck.
Beauty is not subjective, though. What the fuck are you talking about? Of course it's subjective. What do you mean? Here, I'll give you an example, okay? In the Western world, I have features that are traditionally considered attractive. I'm 6'4", I'm a little hairy, okay? Tall, dark, and handsome, as they say. I don't personally think of myself in that way, but this is what I have come to understand from other people's opinions. I go to Japan, I'm not getting second looks unless people are looking at me in awe, scared, fearful. I had this conversation on the podcast with Kao Shibuya, famous former adult actress, as a matter of fact, where she correctly said, the way I look is genuinely not considered appealing in Japan. That's it. Of course, beauty standards change throughout time. Beauty standards and what people find or consider to be attractive or beautiful changes throughout culture. Okay, even in the same time frame, and it changes from person to person. Don't act like you do not have in your group of friends, if you have a group of friends at all, that like there are people that you find very attractive. I disagree, bro. Okay, dude. Well, I guess we can't really have this conversation then, because you're not listening to what I'm saying. Unless you said I disagree, bro, to me saying you have a group of friends, in which case then, sucks for you, chatter. But here's the thing. Everybody has a group of friends. There are people that you find and consider very attractive to you in your group of friends, and you like reveal that to your friends. They'll be like, oh, what the fuck? That's crazy. It's normal. It's normal. Having said that, my analysis or my take ultimately about every guy can be a 7, even though like the 0 to 10 scale is like silly overall. When I say every guy can be a 7, I mean like everyone has the tools to reach a certain set of attractiveness where they are universally appealing to as broad of a population as physically possible. There are things you can always do. There are things you can always do to improve yourself. Obviously, some of those examples revolve around going to the gym. Okay, figuring out what kind of haircut works with your head, figuring out what to do. This is specifically for men, because I'm only speaking from my own personal experience. But figuring out what kind of facial hair works on your face, figuring out how to groom yourself. These are certain, and then obviously, like, becoming a more confident person is going to make you naturally more attractive. That's it. That's what I mean when I say everyone has the capacity to reach their best potential. Okay?
Suck your dick with the same velocity when you're a fat as when you're in shape. She's just not. See, people don't understand that women are aroused by one thing and they're attracted by another thing. Women are attracted to, a guy that's confident, ambitious, makes money, etc. Of course, right? But they're aroused by guys that have asshole tendencies, dark triad traits, etc., and guys that are physically in shape. So if you want to get the best of your woman,
triad traits? What the fuck? Oh my God, this guy is literally like, dude, this is misogyny speaking. If a broad, I'm gonna use this terminology for people to understand. If a broad starts chirping about astrology, we all go, okay. But when a fucking guy is saying dark triad traits as a fucking whole ass 40-year-old man, we're like, oh yeah, dude spitting facts over here. Fuck no. The fuck are you talking about, dude?
where she respects and admires you while simultaneously being aroused by you so she doesn't cheat on you, you need to have it all.
You're saying that's true for all women?
A staggering majority of women.
There might be 1% of the world that there's something wrong with them that might think that, yeah, you're 600 pounds, it's so hot, I love that, but...
Why the extreme? Like, why? Jack men are more attractive than fat men is like such a vague concept, and you're like, oh, well, yeah. Maybe 1% of the population likes a 600-pound person. It's like, what are you saying?
Hot girls that you actually want, they exercise their hypergamy to the highest degree, and they want guys that are fit and have their money together, have their life together.
You're looking at me like you want to say something.
Yeah, because the question was, are Jack men more attractive? We all walked over. Are we more attracted to Jack men?
Yeah, well, I'm assuming they framed that because we're all guys here they mean women.
Well, men can be attracted to men.
If I had to switch teams, I'm going with the Jack guy.
Obviously, this is going to be like personal biases, but I think attraction is very fluid in the sense that I can 100% admit, like, there was probably 40 pounds of muscle ago is when most women would be like attracted to me. Of course.
The only time this dude has ever gotten pussy is when he's paid for it. What are we having this conversation for? Why is the dude who very famously, and by the way, I have no issues with sex work, as you guys know, but why are we literally referring to the dude who only pays for pussy, who has never had a healthy working relationship in his entire goddamn life? Why is he getting the most airtime? The most airtime talking about what men want, what women want, what men should be like.
Like fitness girls, they're totally okay with the size I am, but like probably most girls I'm like too much for. So I guess like where do we draw that line of like, I think for example like you would be much more attractive to most women than me. Would you agree with that?
I mean, that doesn't mean that like if you walked up to a girl and let's say you're not her, like you're a little bit more muscular than she would, like if you have the charm and charisma, she gonna still go with you, man. It don't matter.
I have an interesting point. Yeah. And no,
because unfortunately a popular influencer, no, he's not. No, guys. Like, Greg Douchebag is infinitely more popular than fucking Fresh and Fat, okay? Tyler is so innocent. His content on IG is just correcting form in the gym. Also, notice how he invalidated his own point. Get the fuck out of here. Huh.
no shade on you, but I think if you had Zach, right, you're on the end?
Yep.
If you put Zach and Greg and you put them next to each other and you did a poll, I think that most women would probably pick him if you had to like, because he's got the height and all that. What would you guys say to that?
No.
He said, Greg, you're a manlet. What does Greg have to say about that? He's gonna be like, now, women actually love my repulsive personality and also my 5'5" stature. Women are massive fans of a guy who talks like Gilbert Godfrey, who has varicose veins on his forehead. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many bitches are wet when they see the veins popping out of my forehead? Shut up. Hassanabi sounds like he's watched a lot of his content. Yes, I have. Of course I have. Ladies love it when I talk about another 27-year-old who died after doing too many steroids. They love that.
Well, we can put it to the test.
But that's not really fair. I'm 48 years old. He's a lot younger than me. He's about a foot taller than me, but you can't compare. I'm an old man. I'm 48 years old.
Obviously, height is a big component. So that you know, so it's not apple. You're comparing apples to oranges. But if you take the same guy, same height, etc., but one guy is fat, one guy's in good shape, she's always going to go with the guy that's in better shape.
Because I've been so surprised to see on Instagram, there'll be like guys doing like an outfit try on, like not in shape in the slightest bit, and all the comments are women like, I wish like men knew this is how we wish they looked, and like, oh, this is like the dream.
They're
They're
liars.
They're liars. No. Why? What would motivate a woman to lie anonymously in the comment section of an Instagram, dude? I'm not gonna lie, this is why I love hitting the fucking gym, though. It is kind of part of why I fancy myself to be a perfect counterbalance to the fucking insecure dipshits like Myron, the red pillars who fancy themselves to be alpha dogs. Okay? Because what are you gonna do? You're gonna call me fat? Is that what you're gonna do? You'd be like, Hassan, you're not attractive, you're soy. Go ahead. That's what happens when a motherfucker is confronted with facts. He's like, oh, they're lying. Yeah, dude, they're literally lying in the fucking Instagram comments because of this like broader conspiracy. They might not personally consider that to be attractive themselves.
One thing about you can never believe what women say, man. You believe how they behave, not what they say.
That's a different episode.
That's all right. Figure it out.
Yeah. I disagreed mostly just with the blanket statement because attraction is.
Hassan, you're not attractive, you're soy. You got no muscles, though. True. You're right. Your hairline is real and high value women hate that? What?
So subjective. I am a big and tall model by trade. That's what I do. I model clothing brands. I've modeled with major fashion houses. I've been on the covers of magazines. You mentioned before dad bod comments and whatnot on social media. I was flabbergasted when I started how many people were commenting and DMing me and talking about how attractive I was, that it just kind of, I don't know, showed me that attraction is a lot more subjective than I thought, and people have a much wider range of what they find attractive than specifically a body type.
Is being jacked the most important trait for being attractive? I'd argue for guys, it'd probably be otherwise, right? I think height would be a bigger component.
Money, height, fame, like what can you bring to the table?
The number one thing is status. By far, status.
People also go after what they.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, and I'm not trying to do this like in a pick-me fashion, but the fact that not a single person is talking about your personality and like how you carry yourself is insane to me. Dude, confidence is so important. These are all dudes in their 30s. What the fuck's going on? How have none of you guys actually brought this up? Confidence is one of the most important aspects of attraction. The way you carry yourself, okay? It blows my mind that this is not something that anyone on this discussion has brought up so far. It is dating app brain. It is. I think we've actually broken the brains of everyone in this society by constantly having like fast-paced, rapid yes, no style. Like you put your fucking dating resume out there and physical attraction is Uncle Zon coming through with the grandma take. No, that's not the grandma take at all. That's not the grandma take at all. All of the things that they're mentioning are definitely factors that come into consideration. The way you look, okay? Even how much money you have, how much power you have potentially. These are all things that are in consideration. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, that's not the case. What matters is who you are inside. Like, of course, that's not the only thing. But it is a major role. It plays a major role in attraction. How you carry yourself and how confident you are abso-fucking-lutely plays a major role. Your personality plays a massive role in this process. I think that overall people have deluded themselves into thinking that the only way that you can ever attract the opposite sex is by just looking a certain way. Looking a certain way absolutely plays a big role in this. It's a major role. I'm not going to fucking act like that's not the case. And something that I also try to tell people always is like, be realistic, right? A lot of incels, for the most part, a lot of incels will always have a sense of entitlement where they're just like, I need to date Dua Lipa. You know what I mean? Like Dua Lipa. Why can't I have a girl like Dua Lipa? And it's like, bro, first of all, you live in Idaho, okay? I don't think Dua Lipa's coming to Idaho anytime soon, okay? That's number one. So that's your first problem. And number two, like, go out there, date within your fucking range. Like, what are we doing? When I say any guy can be a 7, I don't mean like, you know, you should only be trying to date like famous models or some shit. But there are plenty of women that you will find attractive that are in your immediate vicinity that would love to be with you as long as they're not a fucking petulant asshole or have like a red pill right-wing podcast or some shit, okay?
I think they can get. So if this guy is 6'5" and extremely attractive, and it's like, well, I can't get that guy. I'm attracted to the 10 on 10 supermodel, but I'm not going to get her, so I'll be happy with the 9.9 on 10.
Just to be clear, are we speaking about women being attracted to men?
It's not just about women. It's just about attraction. What is the most attractive, in your opinion, physique for a man?
Okay, I'm speaking from like what women find attractive. So when I speak, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm sexually fluid. So my law of attraction does not adhere to anyone's standards, pretty much. I'm attracted to people in general. So you could be jacked, you could be more plus size, you could be skinny, you could be whatever it is that you are. If I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted to you.
What are the traits you find most attractive?
I think the way that you carry yourself is a really big thing for me. I can't date someone who lacks confidence because I feel like that seeps into other aspects of your life.
Do you mind if I jump in on the confidence thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So growing up, wasn't too confident in myself, and I gained that confidence when I started losing weight. And I noticed it was me putting myself in positions to get more opportunities with women. Right now, I'm single right now, but I'm doing okay. But the confidence came from me losing weight. So I do agree that it's a subjective kind of standpoint, but socially, I understand that physically fit men, that's just like what everyone's liking. It's like
I don't think it's as subjective as guys are trying to say. Attraction isn't a choice, and there are hardwired traits that women look for in men.
I can't, like, I think Myron might be too stupid to have a conversation with, which is wild because he worked for the federal government. And that really says something about the standards of Customs and Border Patrol, okay? Or whichever fucking agency he was a part of. Like, god damn, dude. It's kind of nutty how fucking stupid he is, bro. He worked for the TSA. No, I don't know what he did. I think Myron might be too stupid to have a conversation with, which is wild because he worked for the federal government. And that really says something about the standards of Customs and Border Patrol, okay? Or whichever fucking agency he was a part of. Like, god damn, dude. It's kind of nutty how fucking stupid he is, bro. He worked for the TSA. No, I don't know what he did. Why would you ever be impressed by a government employee? No, he is impressively stupid. Like, so impressively stupid that it actually blows my mind that he's able to retain, he's able to work anywhere, let alone the Department of Homeland Security, which I'm not exactly fond of, but I would expect that there's at least a certain level of intelligence they have requirements for, you know what I mean? Turns out they don't. No, the one who wanted his baby mama to get an abortion is his co-host. Yeah, he also didn't know how the Fifth Amendment worked when we debated. Anyway. DHS people are so stupid, man. I work in immigration. I'm so confused with what he said. The idea that attraction is not subjective at all, and there are certain hardwired qualities that women look for is insane. It's just objectively false. It is especially so false, and the only way that you can believe this falsehood is if you have just straight up never traveled. You have lived this like incredibly sheltered life where the only information that was beamed into your brain is his podcast or something. Like, have you not had a single friend? Have you not lived a lick of experience in your life? If you would only believe this, if you just straight up were brought up in a fucking vat, only watching right-wing podcasts or something. The notion that there are hard-coded, like, permanent things that women universally look for is so idiotic. I already explained to you why it's idiotic by my own example. While I am seen as an attractive person by Western standards, I go to Japan right now, I'm not seen as hot. I'm too hairy, I'm too big. That's just not something that Japanese women are going for. That's it. These generalizations are so fucking stupid for that reason. That doesn't mean that no Japanese woman will find me attractive, mind you. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm simply talking about there are better arguments than they don't like me in Japan. Sad. No, the reason why I'm using that as an argument is because beauty standards change dramatically, even in the same time frame, in different parts of the planet that we currently exist in, and they certainly have changed throughout time. This can only mean one thing, and that thing is that at the top of the hour, the unchanging reality is that there's a 3-minute ad break. You're just a hater who wishes he got women? Yeah, exactly. Beauty standards change throughout time. Beauty standards change throughout culture. That's my point. The only thing that never changes is the 3-minute ad break at the top of the fucking hour. That's it. Here's the 3-minute ad break now.
And what I've come to realize is that what women put out there as what they find attractive or politically correct things. Oh, he has a dad bod. He's nice. He's a good guy. The reality is that women don't respond well and favorably to these men. There's a reason why nice guys finish last is a thing. It's because when you're too...
Bro, nice guys have nothing to do with, like, beauty standards that you have claimed are hard-coded. The fuck?
nice and you kind of bend to her will, etc. And girls aren't aroused by that. Girls don't want to say what they're really aroused by. Guys that are able to stand up to them, guys that are able to tell them, well, that was a stupid comment, or hold them accountable for their stupidity when they do dumb things. This is what women find attractive because these are leadership traits.
Have any of those things happened to you, though?
Well, I mean, I've talked to almost 3,000 women, and what I've come to realize from talking to all of them.
Bro, I'm sorry. You know what my opinion is on his podcast, okay? As you guys know, as a defender of women, I never said I'm a defender of all women, okay? I just want to point this out. Some women are bimbos, and, you know, more power to them, okay? It's great. Do your thing, right? This man has the worst case of sampling bias because the only women he talks to are women bimbified enough and clout hungry enough to go to a hostile environment like the Fresh and Fit podcast. Okay? Respectfully, I don't think he has a good understanding living in fucking Florida and also only consistently surrounding himself with women that he is paying to be around himself. The thing is, a lot of those girls are probably wonderful people too. They're just not wonderful around him. Because why would they? He fucking sucks.
Is that most of the time, you know, when they're in a comment section of TikTok, like, you're so handsome, blah, blah, blah. Will they actually go on a date and have sex with that guy? Probably not. But they say that because it's politically correct, and women tend to not want to be adversarial. They're going to say what sounds good. But what they're actually aroused by are two different things.
But they're married to those guys.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was
Most
getting to.
often they're married to-
I'm married
And
to.
marriage is a
cheating.
failed institution in the West, and this is why most men get divorced by women. This is why they get destroyed in the divorce courts. This is why women overwhelmingly initiate the divorce rates in America. 80% are initiated by women, because we sit here and we lie.
That's why he's not married, bro, because divorce is a failed institution. You know what I mean? He's not trying to go on a two-peat like Divorcelli.
And we believe what women say they're actually attracted to. No,
Well,
they're not.
The funniest part is like half of the shit that he says just immediately contradict the other half of the shit that he said only moments prior. Like he'll act like marriage is an important institution, and then very quickly will turn around, and that's why divorces are happening in the country. That's why it's failed. Yeah, divorce happens because we believe women when they say they like nice guys, and then nice guys get married, and then women only marry them to divorce them. Well, let me tell you, I know some fucking ugly ass demons who have gotten married, not once, but twice, as a matter of fact, twice divorced. So it's not just nice guys that are getting married and divorced out here, okay? You leave Divorcelli to his own devices, he's about to be a fucking Guinness World Record holder on that shit. Of being a bad guy who also happens to be a victim of divorce court.
Let's go back to attraction for a second, though, because I'm married.
Sure.
I have a child.
Cool.
To be fair, Dennis Prager is the 6-time champion of divorce.
I have a beautiful wife. I was this size the entire process through it.
Would you say that you're an average guy?
I would say that
You're
I'm
how
bigger
tall?
than average.
6'5",
Yeah, you're not an average guy.
and a model
You're not an
for,
average
for
guy.
being slightly
I
overweight.
wasn't a model when I started
But
dating
you are
my
a very
wife.
good-looking, tall,
I was a
big
bartender
guy
fucking
who's
doing
on
whatever.
magazine covers. So
But
out of the
I think-
million guys overweight, you're at
but
the
you're not
top
an average guy.
But
One
I
percent.
think what you're
I'm
missing
saying-
is he just said that he wasn't any of those things.
He's not 5'6",
before
man, like
he
me.
met his
I was-
Try
wife.
being
was-
5'6" and doing
No,
it.
Oh my God, these guys are, they just reveal their position of desperation when they talk about this shit, dude. There's this like genetic predeterminism that you see in so many of these fucking losers. You're 6'5", that's why you did it. It's always cope. This is why I say manlet is a state of mind. This is why I say being an incel is a state of mind. You can look the way that Greg looks and still have that same fucking relentless incel energy trapped inside of you. Okay? It's because you're 6'5". You're a model and you're handsome. And it's just like, bro, you're not making a fucking argument right now. You're just glazing my man. Okay? That's all you're fucking doing. Oh,
I totally agree with you. Well, that's what I was gonna actually agree with Myron for a second. Believe it or not, we were talking about. You mentioned status, and then a lot of people other mentioned confidence. So you even put it in your own pecking order ahead of being jacked or being physically
status, for sure.
attractive. Wouldn't you say that matters more? Confidence, how you carry yourself, how you do it.
I mean,
the prompt was simply, is it either you're
Oh, yeah.
jacked or
And
are you
I'm
fat?
not
What's
gonna
more
argue
attractive?
the fact that our society definitely finds jack guys more attractive. But I disagreed with the statement because it was a blanket statement that I have found untrue in my own life.
Do all of you feel like you'd be more or less attractive, let's say 50 pounds lighter than you are, and simply like just body fat?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that I struggled with for a while is, in me losing weight, am I still going to be
My
able to
goat.
book the jobs that I book? Because I've built an entire brand off of my body. I mean, granted, like, cool as shit, like, you know, I did something that's all my own, like, I worked on that. But then I was also just like, if I lose this, are you still gonna want me to, like, do this campaign for you? Are you still gonna want me in your magazine? Are you still gonna wanna dress me? And then I had to, like, take a step back and say, like, well, what is it for me? Do I want to be skinny? No. Do I want to look like Greg? No. Do I want to look like Myron? No. But I know I want to look like me. I think talking about the law of attraction, you focus so heavy about what women would find attractive and the perspective of the woman. And I feel like, are you even attracted to yourself? When you look in that mirror, when you put your clothes on, are you like, damn, like I did that? Because when I got up,
my man's having some revelations about himself right now. This is like genuinely a brain-breaking conversation because it's like a totally valid point. And I hate to say this, but like most of the dudes that are especially at a certain level of fitness will unfortunately never find themselves confident in their own skins in the same way that Tevin is. It's probably one of the only devastating side effects of going to the gym frequently is like, obviously, you know, the more you go to the gym, the gayer you are. That's 100%. That's not necessarily a devastating side effect, but it is a side effect, right? The more you work out, the gayer you are. That's just how it is. 100%. Anyone who tells you that's not the reality is lying to you. There's an entire subculture in gym culture that revolves around miring other individuals. But the negative side effect of gym, too much gym, is body dysmorphia. For sure. You can never look as good as you do when you get a fucking pump. Okay? You will never look as muscular as you do under those goddamn overhead lights at the fucking gym inside of the gym locker room. It's just never going to happen right after you get a goddamn pumping. And many guys, the more they go to the gym, the more they chase that. The more they're like, why can't I look like that just normally when I get out of bed in the morning? Okay? That's just it. Let's keep going.
this morning,
These gym rats have an eating disorder too, tracking every freaking calorie. Okay, chill with that. Okay? Chill with that. Talking to a motherfucker who literally has a scale on his streaming desk. Okay? Calm down with this whole eating disorder because you track your calories too much shit. It's called being healthy. Okay? Having good goals and reaching them.
and I threw on my outfit, I was just like, yeah, I ate that.
Well, if you're going to talk about being attractive, etc., typically people are speaking from a romantic sense, from a heterosexual standpoint of men and women. So that's why I answered the question, because it was very broad. That's what I mean. But of course, you need to be able to look at the mirror and respect the man that you see looking back at you. When you look back and you see the guy,
He has never felt that. I know for a fact. Myron has never for once in his life looked at the mirror and was happy with what he saw or has ever truly respected himself. If he did, like I said, he would immediately demand Japanese style end. Okay? He would do the honorable thing and ask Fresh and Fat to be his second. Okay? He'd bust out the small knife and he would do the deed, but he won't because he has no self-respect. He has no honor, no self-respect whatsoever. He will never be Toranaga-sama. Okay? He will never be Anjin. That's it. He will never be Hatamoto.
Guy and you're in shape, etc., and you feel good about yourself, look good, feel good. A byproduct of that is that women just tend to find you more attractive. It all works together in tandem.
Are you happy with the way you look?
Of course, But I had to work to build this physique, and it took many years. I was an athlete in college, was a Division I athlete. It took many years to be able to do this. So,
What'd you play?
I rode in college, crew.
Oh, sweet.
Rowing, yeah.
I like rowing.
So I think when fat people look in the mirror and they say, "Oh, I like that," that's coat, man. No, you don't. They say that to try to bring them.
Why are you telling fat people to kill themselves? Is that what I did? I'm not saying Myron's fat. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm shocked that he did crew. Division 1 crew, mind you. It's confusing.
Themselves up, but the reality is most of the time when you're fat, you look in the mirror, you're like, damn, I really let myself go.
Not every
You're
fat
like, you know what?
person-
It's not that much of a priority, so fuck it.
Abe didn't get to answer the question going around.
Yeah, I was in the same boat as you just because I feel like I don't agree with the blanket statement. Personally, for myself as a gay man, I find myself attractive. I would say like I go for guys like you as well, and I feel like I get a lot of hits on those types of guys, and I'm pretty content with how I navigate my attraction, and I think it goes a lot to the status and their confidence. So, like we said, so.
All right, let's go to the next prompt. After 4 years, the Radical Empathy podcast is now back.
Person who's too is
Body positive is obvious.
Body positivity movement is problematic.
I think where it becomes a problem is obviously you should be comfortable in your body, and if you genuinely love how you look, great, but you can't ignore your health. Being someone who is overweight, I've been fortunate enough not to have any extreme complications other than knee pain and stuff like that. But I know people that, that are my size or bigger, and they have cholesterol problems, heart problems, diabetes. I have none of that. So the body positivity movement becomes a problem when you hide behind the shield of, oh, I should love my body, da 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 da. Great, but
I think the body positivity movement is annoying. Arrest me. Arrest me, officer. It's so fucking annoying.
you have to be healthy too. You can't ignore your vitals. You gotta check yourself on the inside.
Yeah, I think the big thing is you have to separate the health implication with you just being confident, right? Like I'm all for people to feel confident in their own skin. I think body positivity movement has been beneficial.
Yeah, I noticed how dry my fucking elbows look when I did that arrest me officer shit.
For plus size people in that regard, right? Because let's say there's a plus size person who's too embarrassed to go to the gym because they feel like they're gonna be judged, whatever it is. But it's because of body positivity. They're like, oh, hey, like I see other plus size people in the gym. Maybe I'm gonna give it a try. And then all of a sudden they start going. They're like, oh man, I like this, right? And they keep it going. You can argue that without.
Yeah, I am lucky Sheltered Rosebud is probably asleep right now because she would be chirping right now. Sheltered Rosewood would be going on a fucking tear in the chat right now if she only knew that we were talking about this. And I had the audacity to say the body positivity movement is cringe and annoying. They be staring at the barrel of a 1 week ban easy.
Without body positivity, maybe that day would have never happened for that person, right? But I think the problematic part really comes down to people extrapolating body positivity, shaming a celebrity like, let's say, Adele, for losing weight, right? That's where I would kind of draw the line there.
Well, promoting Lizzo. Making fun of Adele for losing weight, but promoting Lizzo for being a fat ass. Unacceptable.
Do we feel, are a lot of people doing that?
I think the thing around Lizzo is it's not just the weight, it's the lifestyle. You see her drinking all the time and partying.
Bro, why are these guys keeping up with everything that Lizzo's doing? Who fucking cares, bro? Let her be fat and also do cartwheels and shit. I don't give a fuck. I feel like as a whole ass adult, if you find yourself tuned into what the fuck Lizzo is doing, okay, there's a problem. There's a real problem there, okay? I just have never cared, and I don't think I will ever care. I've only seen Lizzo exercising. The fuck? Because they shove it down our throats. Yes, I have our notifications on.
And not sleeping. There's like so little to do with health. It's not just she's promoting like loving yourself, which I think is great. She's promoting a lifestyle that is unhealthy, like being very overweight, drinking, not sleeping. All of these things are not conducive to your health. So I think you conflate that, and sure, being body positive is important, like loving yourself, loving the way you look. But if that's gonna influence other people to make bad decisions about their body and their health, that's problematic.
Body positivity is disempowering people. It's making them think that they're healthy at any size, which they're not. And so as soon as you start telling people, hey, just love your body, like Lizzo will literally rub her belly and said, you're giving me all this power as she's eating a burger and she's promoting being obese. By doing this, you're just ruining it for people who actually should think, wait a minute, I can lose weight, I can go to the gym, I can eat less, I can do this.
Dude, this is such a funny misunderstanding of what body positivity is. Partially because like liberals do get really annoying about what body positivity is. Like, dude, nobody who is fat, like seriously fat, seriously obese, is going, oh man, I saw Lizzo rubbing her belly, so now I feel super fine about all the extra weight I'm fucking carrying around all the goddamn time. Okay? Like these guys make it seem like people are engaging in fat maxing or something. You know what I mean? They're just literally like, they fantasized in their minds about how like people just operate. They're like, oh dude, honestly, I saw Honey Boo Boo and I was like, damn, I need to go get some regular Mountain Dew. I can't even say Mountain Dew without saying diet in front of it. Shit. Regular Mountain Dew. I can't wait to get diabetes, dude. You sure dumb people do that, Americans? You sure dumb people don't do that, Americans? No, man. I'm a fucking dumb American who used to be fat, okay? No. I feel like people just think that like fat people are not normal people or something. Like, what the fuck's going on, dude? Like, talk to some fat motherfuckers in your life, okay? They will tell you. Like, they are very aware that they're fat. You know? They're working on it. It's hard. Leave fat people alone. What the fuck? No one's going, yeah. Can't wait to add another fucking 25 pounds, baby. Let's go. Like, ay.
Personally, my problem with body positivity isn't necessarily what it stands for. And I feel like there's a misconception because there are those people that they use it to justify fatness and just, I don't even want to say fatness. I want to make it very clear, unhealthiness. Because there's someone like me who I wouldn't say I'm necessarily part of the body positive community anymore. Personally, I would say I champion body diversity because it's all encompassing. It's inclusive of what everybody, is doing within their journey. When I expressed the desire to lose weight, another plus size individual that I used to be friends with was just like, well, I don't feel like I can share your content because I'm not.
Yeah, that person is fucking annoying. Like, what the fuck? People acting like you're a traitor if you fucking lose some weight is crazy, okay? I don't think these are real people. I just think that this is a very annoying type of person online. That's pretty much it. Myron doesn't have a single good angle. I agree. It's pretty disastrous.
Not sure how my followers are going to perceive this. I think it might be triggering for them and stuff like that. And my response.
Did you not see the Adele lunacy? Yes, bro. People are mentally ill, especially online. Okay? People are mentally ill as fuck. And online, they just let it ride. Like, they just go, oh shit, I'm amongst other fucking insane people. I found my people. Now they're giving me the worst reinforcement, making me lean into my worst aspects. that make me a truly annoying person that is hard to be around in the real world. Okay? People do that for a variety of different things. You just gotta fucking dial it back. Be normal.
To it was, well, if you're championing body positivity, then what I'm doing should not be a problem, because the entire time that I've been advocating for people that look like me or people who have been othered in any capacity in general is that all bodies are good bodies. What we do with our body is what matters. And so body diversity is important to me because for a guy like you, or a guy like the two of you, might suffer from body dysmorphia. And that's a very real thing. You might not see yourself for what you really are. And so you're seeking unhealthy habits to achieve a goal. To get where you want to go, like you just got to give it time. Be healthy in it, in all aspects, like mentally, physically. You've got to find the right avenue to do what it is that you need to do for yourself.
The body positivity movement is a huge psyop to keep us fatter and stupider. It's all a scam. The reality is that
guys who say everything's a psyop, are just demonstrating that they're fucking lizard brain, dude. Yeah, it's a psyop, bro. It's a psyop. It's like, yeah, no, man, it's just marketing. And I think that there is some truth. I can't believe I'm saying this. There is some truth to a lot of like dietitians and nutrition specialists being bought by, you know, big cookie corporations and shit like that do actually engage in like propagandizing by utilizing real, like actually healthy ways of combating like eating disorders and whatnot in an effort to unironically, you know, promote the idea that like Oreos aren't bad. You should eat as much as you want. But beyond that, the idea of like body positivity is just simply, you know, to combat fat shaming. That's it. Anything that goes against that, anything that goes beyond that, of people just being like, oh yeah, you're supposed to stay fat. If you want to lose weight, like fuck you. You've betrayed the cause. Well, people are insane. They're mentally ill. That's it.
Big Pharma wants money, and they understand that when you're fat, you have more health problems. They understand that you're going to need insulin, you're going to need medication, etc. And they make a bunch of money on us being sick. There is no incentive to actually have you be healthy. So let's go ahead and make our people fat as hell, get them in the hospitals, get them on medication, continue to make money, etc. It's all a big psyop.
So you believe it's all intentional?
Yes. We promote mediocrity.
I feel like it's a subset. Yes, I'm sitting here because I do think that there is a part of it that is problematic. But I think that the problematic part of it is a subset of people that use it as a tool to weaponize whatever it is that they're doing.
I think the whole movement is a problem. The body positivity movement in general is a problem. All of it.
So you shouldn't feel positive even about your own, like for you, for instance,
well,
right?
I think if you
body?
haven't earned, you know, here's the thing, being happy and content with yourself, it's not given, it's earned. You have to go out there, work, and then you're gonna feel that.
Bro, why are you talking about this? You are not happy with yourself. You are so not content. This man is at the gym at like 2 a.m. calling me and Ethan the F word, okay? Posting gym selfies, fantasizing about us. It's like, that is not a content person. I don't think about you at all, big dog. This is the first and possibly last time I will fucking think about you for an extended period of time because you happen to be on this Jubilee video. That's the type of behavior that someone does when they fucking hate themselves, okay? Yeah, yearning. Shirtless and yearning in the gym late night. We all see fat people every day. Imagine walking around and hating random fat people you walk by. Yeah, it's just such a weird mental space to be in.
That satisfaction, like, I earned that. That feels
So
good.
at what point do you earn it though?
When you can look back in the mirror and actually, genuinely, not coping, respect the man that you see before you. And the reality is people are gonna realize that you're gonna need to achieve a certain physique because you have all these fat people, I love my body. No, you don't. It's a lie, dude. You're just coping, you're lying to yourself. And now all these people on Instagram and TikTok with the body positivity movement are lying to themselves. They're not happy where they wanna be. They just accept that because they're too lazy to make a change.
No, but I genuinely do love my body.
Right now as you are?
Yeah.
Then why are you going to the
And
gym?
I'll explain to you.
Then why are you going to the
I
gym?
will explain it to you. I love everything that my body is capable of doing. I love the fact that at my size, I can do a lot of things that other people smaller than me still cannot do.
But you want to lose weight though.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is good.
I want to lose weight because I love my body, but I have one body. Why would I not love it?
Yeah.
And because I love my
But you
body
understand
is
that your
why
body
I'm
now needs to be
looking to
changed.
make changes.
Yeah,
right?
make changes.
But to say that loving your body is BS, no, you make changes. You make.
Bro, you should have just turned around and been like, okay, if you love your body, why are you going to the gym? He's going to the gym too, no? You're still trying to make changes on your body. Would you say that you don't love your body? You can love your body at every size. Dumbass.
Make healthy changes to yourself because you love yourself. All of that time that I'm putting in, the work, the money that I'm spending, that's a labor of love because I love myself enough to know that I want to make some changes to live a better lifestyle in the sense of I can just do a little bit more.
All right, let's bring in our disagreeers.
So there's not a single problem.
Oh no, I'm not saying there's not a single problem. To me, body positivity is more about bodily autonomy. Like you were mentioning wanting to lose weight. My whole thing is like, yeah, it's your body, do whatever you want with it. I don't think I, as a human being, have a right to tell any of you what to do with your bodies. Body positivity kind of comes in and go, okay, you as a human being have inherent value. Just in the fact that you are a conscious soul on this planet, you have an inherent value. You are within a vessel of your body that you do have control over, but at the same time, you're not less valuable to society or from the standpoint of the soul for what your body looks like.
When I'm speaking about body positivity, I'm talking about the over acceptance and encouragement of being obese.
So I personally, again, I'm not super online, have not seen anybody pro-obesity ever.
Lizzo. Oh, there's a bunch, dude.
Yeah, that's like, you are aggressively posturing against like a group of insane people as legitimate representatives of just mostly normal people that are just like, you know, chilling. Yeah, he's gonna talk about Lizzo again.
She loves herself.
don't
Avocado,
think that it's
avocado.
No, there's a
They
big
are
difference.
actively promoting obesity.
She's not telling anyone to get fat.
She's showing you exactly how to do it and saying, look at my body as I love and
saying
rub it.
Dude, these guys want to fuck Lizzo. I've decided. I think it's crazy. It's like looking at Nikocado Avocado or whatever the fuck that thing's name is and being like, he's actually, this is the movement. Nikocado Avocado is not a representative of anything at all, okay? Maybe a feeding fetish? I don't know. I think food is here. All right, I have to, I as much as I love you guys and want to finish this video, I can't because I got to have dinner with my brother and Chris. I got to go and hang out with normal people instead of this fucking insane shit. Okay, I'll probably finish this tomorrow though because honestly it's kind of a banger video and it's right in my wheelhouse. I love talking about this dumb shit. Anyway, love you guys and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, hopefully we're gonna do some more fun stuff. Greener pastures as it's Friday. I'll also try to figure out what to do for Creators for Palestine. We are actively now live and raising funds for the PCRF again on Tiltify Creators for Palestine. Okay. Love you all, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.
the sun is streaming, reviewing the P.O. box, Uncle Uger's face. Sudden discord at your prop, great names take embrace. Tiny Bernie Sanders, LGBTQ Air Force. The whole left at your fingertips, on at your door. H3 crowded debate, the Young Turks online show. 3 full fucking years of this, plenty more to go. 90-day fiance talks of champagne bourgeoisie. A Trump rally live reaction, a mass riot at DC. There he is again, her sun is streaming, her sun is streaming. There he is again.